Hi, I'm Notyetdead, and welcome back to the Valley of the Old Farm. So, yeah, we're back again. Just still second stream. I said I'd probably do another one, just continuing on, really. So let's head up to where we were. I could just jump to the tractor, you know what? We're not doing this realistically. Right, let us remind ourselves. So we'd started doing the baling on the field there. Let's just have a quick check of the map and see where we're up to. Oh, wrong one, sorry. So we'll just tip right, go to growth. Yeah, so 63 is cultivated and needs seeding and needs lime, as does field 92. 62, if you'll recall, we had done the lot. It'll need an extra layer of fertilization at some point. It's that sort of mid blue rather than the dark blue, so we'll need to do that at some point. That's okay. Yeah, so might start off, let's lime 63. Hey guys, I can't believe you made it so quick. That's pretty sharp. How's it going? Slightly later than planned, as you can tell. So yeah, we're just going to continue our little exploration of starting up a new farm. At least one way to do it, anyway. Not the only way, there's other ways, you know, the usual. Teach knows all this, you were here last week. Just going to do a little bit. It's kind of late, I've literally just stopped working, got myself set up and sat down. So how are you guys doing today, you alright? It's not like we haven't been chatting all day anyway, but you know. So yeah, we just need to get this one limed and then we can get a worker seeding on it. In fact, it might need ploughing as well. Yeah, we may not do that. Let's not spend too long doing these things. This is only experimentation, bit of demonstration. The yield isn't so critical for us, but we already know how we should do it because that's what we did last time. So you should plough it, lime it, cultivate it, seed it, fertilize it twice. You know, that'll get you your maximum yields. But yeah, that's what we're always aiming for. So we've got a little bit more baling and wrapping to do. Did we get a wrapper last time? I don't remember what we got. Because it did occur to me, I was talking complete, total and utter bunkum. Because I did say that there was no in-game available wrapper. And of course there is. In fact, I think we should probably look at that. Just because it's fun. Yeah, I'm not too bad, thanks guys. I'm alright. I'm good. I'm good now. Now I've finally finished working. And I've got at least a 4-day weekend ahead of me. It may even be a 5-day. We'll find out tomorrow. The peculiarities of the region. So yeah, could be worse. Could be much, much worse. And we're doing farming. All's well with the world. Uh-oh, we run out. Right, so. I seem to remember we bought ourselves quite an amount of lime. And fertilizer and seed, so we should be good. As we talked about last time, there are loads of different lime spreaders. They all have different spread rates, so you know. And as I was saying actually last week, I've done a comparison video of different lime usage rates. What we got here, fertilizer, okay. Which, oh yeah, no, we're all right. Yep, we've got a couple of limes left. Good. Yeah, which actually is probably worth doing an update on. Actually, is that close enough? Yeah, it is. Good. So we'll just get this done. The other thing we talked about last week, did I keep the plough or did I get rid of it? Oh, I might have got rid of it. We'll see if we got time. We talked about ploughing this area out because it's a bit of land that we already own. So there's no reason not to, really. I've just realised I'm sat here with a controller in my hands and I've got a steering wheel in front of me. It's old habits. Old habits. So yeah, money's a bit depleted. We bought a couple of fields and obviously we sold a load of equipment, but leased some equipment, and we will sell. Actually, I seem to remember we had to take a loan out as well. But we will sell this John Deere when we've got through the bulk of all this field work. We'll sell this tractor because right now we only really need one. Once we've got all the fields ready, everything else just carries on, really. You know, it'd be a bit excessive to have 2 tractors sitting around. That wasn't bad. We covered most of this. I'm not gonna look. You could cover every tiny little bit of field. Frankly, normally I would, but I don't want to spend hours liming a field. We did all this last week. I just want to get it seeded in the most effective way possible. So we'll give it a go. Let's come down to the end here. I am seriously considering starting a series on this map. It's just how am I going to do that? Please tell me, how am I going to do that? I might do it as a time lapse only for now, because it'd be pretty slow starting. Start from scratch, no land, no equipment, and seasons. It's going to be pretty slow. It's going to be an awful lot of contracting. But for now, we're doing this the easy way. Just a way to get started. One way to do it. So we nearly finished this bit actually. We're going to run out of lime again, I think. We'll cover this bit best we can. I'm not going to worry about every little strip. I said you would do. Well, I certainly would do, but you know what, you don't have to. It's entirely up to you. How accurate and complete you wish your liming and your fertilizing to be, for that matter. You know, it's just your yields. Quit work? Have I quit work? How do you mean? Well, I've quit work for today, that's for sure. But I mean, you know, it is 11 o'clock at night here, so it's probably about time, really. You know, we just have a long weekend. It's Eid. It's the Eid holiday over here. So that's why I've got a few days off, if that's why you're asking. No, unfortunately, I'll get back at it again next week. Oh, we run out. Oh, well, that's that then. So we won't do any more liming. That's fine. So we would. If we had it, we'd finish it off. But you know what? You get the point. I don't want to spend too long doing that. What we'll need to do... What time are we on? Times 1. Kind of want growth to speed up a little bit. But if I put it on times 5, it'll start to get dark. So let's do that anyway. And then at some point, we'll just speed that up. There we go. That's all our fertilizer nicely in our fertilizer spreader. Just park that there for a second. And we'll set our work cultivating that field, and we'll get back to doing what we should be doing, which is baling, because that's where the money is. Show me the money. I would, I tell you, I so wish it, right? I tell you, there'd be quicker ways to starve, but a few more definitive. Yeah, no, sadly not. Though maybe one day, the channel will be big enough and I'll be able to quit work and just sit and do this all day. And how awesome would that be? Let's face it, that'd be so cool. I'm just going to get this guy started, because this look for that. That's the way he's going to go, you can tell. Help, but no, he has not. Don't lie, you fibber. Oh, this will be interesting. Oh, because it's already cultivated. Oh, damn you. Of course it is. Oh well, like I said, technically you should cultivate it, because realism dictates that's what you do. You wouldn't seed on a limed field. I mentioned that last week, just because it clogs up the old apparatus. But I'm not going to cultivate a field that's already cultivated, because again, we're missing the point if we're doing that. Besides, it's a great opportunity. We can now sell our cultivator. We're done with it at this point, because well, actually no, we'll keep it for now. I might get a plough, and then we can plough this area later on. Let's all just quit our jobs. That's a great idea. I did see the post you sent me earlier. I'm going to call you Spectre Turtle. I'll just get really confused if I call you Tyler. That would just really confuse me. Yeah, if you could Titch, that would be awesome. Thank you. I should do it myself really before I get started. Drop that, and we'll grab the seeder, and we'll get this field seeded, and then we'll get on with what we're supposed to be doing. We need to make money. And by the way, if there's anyone watching who's new to the game, I am, and you're on PS4, I'm looking to plan, maybe over the weekend, or one evening early next week, a beginner's multiplayer session, just for the heck of it, so people can come in. I'll set one of the base game maps up. We'll put as much stuff as we can have possible to do. We'll have as many fields at different states and different crops and different equipment and blah, all base game as far as we can, and yeah, and we'll just have a bit of fun. People can try out stuff, ask questions. Maybe we'll get some new people watching who can ask loads of questions in the chat. So if that sounds appealing and you're on PlayStation, just drop me a friend request and a note, and we'll try and set something up. I've already posted it on a Facebook group as well, so I'm hoping to get some interest on that. But yeah, I just thought it'd be a fun thing to do. So we'll leave this dude doing this. He's not going to do all of it from here, because he'll get to the end and he'll turn one way or the other. And the fun thing about workers is you never really know which way they're going to go. Is he going to do all the way up to the edge? He has. Okay, that's already pretty good. Which way is he going to go? 50-50. What your bets? Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. Which way is the worker going to go? Secret third option was he just decided he's finished and quit. Alright, he's going to the left. If you voted left, you won. Well done. Hey, Jeff. Hi, Kathy. So, yep, anyone who said he's going to get the left first, well done, you just won a non-existent star prize. Right, in the meantime, so yeah, if you recall, we was bailing this field. If you watched last week, which you may not have done, as you can see I'm missing bits. That was because I made the mistake of leaving a worker to it. Oh my goodness me, did he make a mess. I did tidy up some of it, but I was beginning to lose a little bit of patience with it, to be honest. Right, so switch that on, lower that down, switch that on, and go for it. So I did a little bit of tidying up after the last episode, after last week's stream. It's not an episode, this will be the last one of these probably. It's just a little demo. Unload. I'm good, thanks Jeff. I finally made it to Thursday evening, thank God. So I'm feeling a lot better than I was a few hours ago, where it felt like it was never going to come. Right, we'll switch over to doing this properly with the old wheel. There we go, that's better. Much better. Try and catch most of it. I would normally, but you know what, we'll live with what we can get. How about you, Jeff? How you doing? And Kathy, are you both okay? I hope so. I hope so. I won't be streaming in the morning. I'm having a morning off, but I will be on Saturday and Sunday probably, and we'll do our usual. There'll be one on Shamrock and one on No Man's Land, and I'm hoping that No Man's Land will be with a whole bunch of mates. We'll have to see how we get on, depending on whether or not we can organise it. I'm not wanting to put pressure on him, but I have invited Alien Jim, the man himself. I don't know if he's free, but I've asked him if he can make it. It'd be great if he could. Yeah, see, a few strips. Technically, I should be picking up every single last little bit of grass, because you know what? I'm trying to make money here. But at the same time, I'm doing this to be entertaining, not to spend hours doing every little bit. Good. Glad to hear that, Jeff. Glad to hear. Yeah, it's been a bit of a manic day, but it's always the same, isn't it? When you've got a few days off, you end up doing the next few days worth of work in the night before you stop. That's just how it is, really. Right, I'm going to try and get used to... Oh my goodness me, so remind me. Right, so that's that one. I lift that up with that one. Excellent. And hope to goodness that I don't mess up like that. Ooh, that's going to mow a mess. In spite of it being lifted. Oh, so that's not too bad. It's done okay. Let's go. get some more air. Right, remind me. Quel bouton et unloader. Unload baler 9. It's dark here, I can barely see the numbers. Cool, look at that. Awesome. Right, so it's number 9, everybody, to unload the baler. Right, I'm relying on you. Slightly weird to be going across the diagonal of the field. Not desperately efficient, it has to be said. It's a strange shaped field, I have to say. When I did this on Goldcrest Valley, when I first started out on 17, this was a lot easier. It's fair to say. It's missing bits. It's not picking up reet well, but you know what? We're just starting out, we have to live with these things. I mean, we could get a windrow and do all that jazz. I suppose we could do, really. When we've got some more money. So wait for Mr. Worker to... How's he getting on, actually? Where is he? Well, he's clearly not finished yet. Because there's a whole load of white stuff. Oh, mind you, he was going the other way, wasn't he? Oh, so he might have finished. Who knows? Really? You've never done mowing with baling? Oh, mate, it's the only way to go. I'd say it appears to be a little bit hit and miss in this particular instance. What you really want, of course, when you get fancy, is there's the modded... Oh, Helper C has completed their task. There you go. Right. So let's jump across. Is he though? Is he really? I bet he hasn't, is he? Is he? No, he's barely done a strip. What? I mean, seriously, come on. That's just rubbish. Oh, you've got to love workers, right? Okay. Yeah, start the engine. Alright, I'm working on it. Sorry, I've got a heavy foot. It couldn't wait for me to start the engine before I put it on the accelerator. Yes, because what you really want is, because there's a modded set of the Pottinger mowers, the butterfly mowers and front mowers. So the triple set, you can link them all together, and they've got a swath mode. So actually you can mow a massive area, create one swath, and bale it all in one shot. You don't need to windrow. Bob is your uncle, as you might say. And what's also kind of fun is that actually I'm about to get it on No Man's Land. There's a great little mod came out this week, the Vicon Hey Bob, I think it's called. Hey Bob. Oh no, wrong song. That I used to use on 17. In fact, I used it on my very first series, which was on the Altenstein map. It was the first series I ever did on YouTube, and there was this great thing, the Vicon Hey Bob, and it's a windrower and tedder all in one. So you could even have your baler, if you're wanting to do hay bales rather than grass bales. You could even have your mower at the front and your little hay bob at the back to ted and windrow in one swift action, and then you'll have to just come along and bale it. And how awesome is that? Cool. So I'll be getting that on No Man's Land because I love it. It's an awesome piece of kit, and someone very kindly just modded it again. Normally, of course, if you were doing this properly and not streaming, you would obviously, can't see a bleeding thing, it's dark. You'd make sure that you caught every little bit of your field, because you'd want every little bit of your field completely, totally and utterly seeded, otherwise you're wasting land. But I'm going to take a few shortcuts this evening, because you know what, I've had a long week, so we just want to get on with it really, don't we? And we're just going to pull out into the road without looking. I don't care if there's traffic, I'm in a tractor and it's their problem. I swear I haven't had any alcohol. I promise. That's tomorrow. I'm just feeling slightly giddy because I've finished work. Yes, use them with a pickup on the back, but not a baler. Yeah, you can do that too. You watched that? Oh my goodness, that's going way back, Jeff. I'm assuming you watched it at the time. I mean, that was. I actually took me a while to find it yesterday. Old Spectre Turtle here, Spectre Turtle, I beg your pardon, was saying to me, "Oh, you should do a sort of composite video for your channel, right?" And I thought, actually, that's not a bad idea. So I went back to the very first. I thought what it should be is that the very first thing on the video has got to be, "Hi, I'm not yet dead," right? And the only place that that could really come from would be the very first video that I ever did. So that's got to be the clip at the start of the video. And it took me ages to find it because I've produced so many blooming videos. The only way you can get to the first video is to go into the playlist, which I was quite surprised about, I have to say. So I watched it. I love that map. It was such a good map. Right. Yeah, I loved it, and I do like old tractors. If you've watched me at all, you'll know that I do like. I like all tractors, but I have a particular penchant, as you might say, given that we're not in France, for older machinery, and I loved that Altenstein map. It was perfect for that. It was brilliant. I loved it. Really loved it. I should go back again. I've already done one return to Altenstein. I should do another one. Old Gunter, remember old Gunter? That was a suggestion of a mate of mine. Gunter. So it was a very strange thing. So the Altenstein map, if you've not seen it, it had it was a German map set in Bavaria, and it had this little old man, sat in a sort of, posing angle, like a model looking at his watch or something, on a bench just outside the farmhouse with a cat sat next to him. It was a very strange thing, and so a mate of mine and I were talking about this, and he said, "Oh, you should give him a name, and use him as the driver for everything that happens in every episode." So in pretty much the beginning of every episode, I'd say, "Right, Gunter's told me I've got to go and do this today, and Gunter's told me I've got to go do that, and Gunter's told me off because I didn't do this right," and it was quite funny. Great fun. Those were the days, hey? Fun. Yeah, I'm still kind of hoping that map will come to 19, because I'd be on it like a shot. And then, because it was while I was doing that series, they brought out the Farming Classics pack, which was the old Farming Classics, and it was huge. It had tons of equipment in it. It was brilliant. And I'm really glad that we've got the Modern Classics pack, actually. I think that's a great set as well. But yeah, the old Farming Classics pack was just fantastic. Of course, the fun thing is that what they didn't manage to do in that, we've now got. Which was the bale. It was slightly different, but the bale trailer that you pick up the little bales in, they couldn't do it because it needed a script, but I think that was because of a particular way it functioned, whereas of course we've now got the bale chute that comes out the back of the Massey. But I'm going so slowly, come on. In fact, I don't even know why am I doing this again? Why am I not just getting a worker to do this? There you go, Mr. Worker, you're on. We've done the tricky bit. Let's get back to them bales. Hello. Right. Okay, everything's switched off, so now I've got to remember how to do it. Okie dokes. Hey. Right, go back to the baler. No, mower. Right, there we go. Okay. So we're going to straighten up. I want to be straight. We're still missing bits though, which I have to say I find appalling. What we could do, once we've sold some bales of course, is we'll have a bit of money, and we could actually, whoa, I'm doing that wrong. We could get ourselves a wee windrower and come windrow this field, or even a big windrower. I mean, grass is going to be our life for this is really not going well. Why is this not? Oh, you know what, I don't like you, Mr. Baler. We're just going to shove you any way we like, and then we're going to drive forwards and we'll just make it up. Right, so let's do that and go. That didn't work, did it? Right, let's keep an eye on that, because that is virtually full. Go on, go on, go on, go on, go on. There we go. Number 9. Good man. Love it. You see, this is what I need. A man with memory. Write it down. And then whenever, can't believe you remember that. That's brilliant. Thank you. I'm going to call you Ryan because Tyler. I'm going to call you Tyler because it is actually easier than Spectre Turtle. Though Spectre Turtle is quite cool. Where did that come from? Where did you get that name idea? I often wonder this, where people get their name ideas from. First prize to anyone who knows where my name came from. Jeff, you'll know this. You strike me as the kind of guy who's educated and intelligent and cultured, and therefore you'll know where Notyetdead comes from. You also have a certain age like me. In fact, actually, Tits, you might know too. Sorry. I'm sorry, what? Oh, Whittam. Cardusian Games, I think. Hello. Sorry, I probably mispronounced that horrendously. Welcome. I don't believe I've seen you in one of my streams before, so you're very welcome. Join the club. I can't believe that bale's staying where it is, or is it gradually rolling away and I just haven't picked up that it's... No, it's staying where it is. Kind of did roll to the dip. Right, so how many bales do we have? Right, so let's lift up this dude here, which is 20 by the way, if you're keeping score. I'm not even going to try and worry about picking up every little last bit of blade of grass, because that just be my driving skills can't cope with it. No, that way. You git. Oh, this is so much easier in a real vehicle. Right, put that down anyway. We'll just not bother. We'll come back later and do that bit. I've even tried it in cab and I still can't. I just can't. It's funny, I've done this in real life so many times, reversing trailers, even in a tractor, and that's just... Although I'm sat here with a steering wheel and a side panel, as if I'm sat in a tractor, I just cannot get my head around it. Doing it in game, I don't know why. I don't know what it is about it. It's just really, really odd. It always seems to be full right at the end of a row of grass. How is that? How does it do that? It's really odd. Right, what we got in the chat? Tyler, come up with Spectrum for my first game tag. Later I joined a clan in Call of Duty called Crazy Turtles. Nice. Nice. So I mixed up the two. Fair. That's good. That's really good. I like it. That's really cool. What? Oh no, see, you didn't tell me. No, yes, there we go. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm assuming that's check. I'm kind of guessing, and I'm afraid I have no idea what you're saying. I apologise. Spam a lot. Well, yeah, close enough. Yeah, absolutely. Because you're right. It's actually not dead yet. But there is one bit where he says not yet dead. Yeah, you're right. Spot on. Well done, Titch. You get the prize. How did I switch the mower off? Ooh, how did I switch the mower off? How did that happen? I didn't mean to switch the mower off. That's really odd. I've no problem reversing tractors and trailers. In real life, yeah, no, exactly. It's funny, isn't it? I suppose the difference is because if I do this and then I do this, I'm turning my head. I'm not putting my arm on the back of the seat and just turning, looking around and doing it. You know, yeah, it's funny. I can't do it at all. I should do a little bit in cab actually. Could be tempted to change my field of view a little bit actually. Now I'm doing more in cab with a wheel, because it's like the wheel to have a steering wheel in front of me and a steering wheel in front of me on the screen is a bit odd. I've picked possibly the most awkward field to do this activity. You really need a square field with nice open access. I picked the worst field in the world to be doing this on. Tell you what though, actually this is easier in cap. You had to Google it. Oh, seriously, really? Oh dear. So you never watched Monty Python and the Holy Grail? Sorry, I'm a massive Python fan. I told you needed to be cultured and educated, see? But yeah, Spamalot. Spamalot's awesome. It's the only thing I have ever seen live at the theatre multiple times. I saw it once with Tim Curry playing King Arthur. I saw it once with, oh, what's his name? The guy from Sanjeev Bhaskar playing King Arthur. He was bloody hilarious. Well, there is this. But only once Life of Brian. Life of Brian's awesome. Life of Brian is also awesome. But I can well recommend Monty Python and the Holy Grail. It's where it all started. I just think they're such a funny bunch of oaks. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. We may quit doing this tiny little corner and we'll go and do some slightly wider expanse of grass, because what we kind of need to do is get on with some wrapping actually, because I have actually managed to download the I nearly forgot, but I remembered to download the sort of starter collector, you know, auto load self collector, whatever, bale trailer, so we can do this too. And we need to go sell some, because we need to make some moolah, really, don't we? That's kind of what we're here for. So let's speed this operation up a wee bit. Oh, he's picking up little bits of grass as we grow across the field, look. Because I mean, what I did when I did this on Goldcrest was you start off like this, right? It's a bit slow, it can be a bit tedious, but it gets you there. And then once you've done this for, I don't know, a couple of lots of your fields, just keep an eye on that thing at the bottom. Then actually, there we go, 9 beater. And the knights you say knee. We are the knights who say knee. We want a shrubbery. Excuse me, madam, is that a shrubbery? Yes, I'm throwing it out. The cat won't leave it alone. Sorry, I've watched that rather a few times, and not to mention, of course, listen to the Spamalot soundtrack on a regular basis. Yeah, you could do. The only problem is, of course, that when you're doing it like this, and you would, right? I mean, you'd normally do a sort of headland, especially in a funny shaped field like this. The only problem is that when you're doing it like this, you need to stay in a straight line as possible, because every time you go around a corner, you'll miss bits. But you're right, you could just go around and do that at the end. Dead right. Right, I'm actually going to switch that off. I'm going to come back to this, and we're going to make sure we picked up that last little bit. I'm going to switch that off for a minute, and do that. And then we're going to go get the wrapper. We're going to go dump this over here for a minute, out the way. We're going to get the wrapper. Ooh, that's a slightly weird texture. It's slightly raised. It's a raised puddle. I'm not sure that's normal. But pushing the cultivator out of the way. Right, so let us detach the mower. Fold up. Sorry, detach the baler, rather, should I say. I know what I mean. Oh, come on, don't mess me about. Attach the mower. There, that'll do. No. Wrong one. No, that one. Sorry, I'm not shouting out drive numbers, button numbers, oh, we should be. Right. Okie dokes. Really do with the return on the steering wheel being a little bit quicker. Always look on the bright side of life. Oh, it's a classic. It's an absolute classic. I actually just read Eric Idle's biography, and I would never have said that he was my favourite Python necessarily, but actually his biography is just fantastic. It's so funny. I love reading the biographies of these guys. You know, I might put stop and go braking on now that I've got a pedal. It makes life easier. Right, inferior. Oh look, we've got growth on our field. We have grass in our field. Ooh, which actually means we need to get it fertilised quick. Well, let's do a few of these. I can't remember how many we wrapped last time. There's one there. Is that the only one we wrapped? Really? Really? Okay, alright. So what I was saying was, so yeah, so back in the day, you used to get the Ursus T something or other as your starting baler wrapper, and for some reason in 19 they didn't keep it in as a base game standard in-game thing, which is a bit odd. And so you actually had to download it as a separate mod, which they released within days of the game coming out, literally within days. No. Can you just go in the thing? Can you just, seriously? Don't. I've had a bad day. Alright, if you don't want to go get a bale shredder, behave. We'll come back for that one. Yeah, so, yeah, and so this one that we're using here is actually out of the Anderson DLC, and it's a little bit finicky. I have to say the Ursus is a little bit more forgiving, because crikey, you have to be accurate with this thing, and it's driving me nuts. I'm using this one on, what am I using this one on? Somewhere else. Oh, I'm using it on No Man's Land, and it's driving me crazy. It really is. There was at one point I thought it just wasn't working. I thought there was something wrong. It just wouldn't pick up the bale. Bit weird. But anyway, but actually there is, oh, and I need the controller for this, don't I? I'd forgotten, because actually what you do get in game is this one, which is a little bit pricey. So let's have a look. So this one's 19.5 grand. The Ursus, which is, I've just downloaded, so it should be here somewhere, because I selected it specially. It took me ages to scroll all the way along to it and select it. Wowzers, come on, seriously. Yeah, no, oh no, I didn't download the wrapper, I just got the collector. Yeah, there's another Ursus, there's an Ursus Meta wrapper, which is probably about 20 grand as well. It's quite cheap. But also, but yeah, so we could try this one actually. It's kind of fun, and I haven't used it that much. So maybe when we've got a bit of money, we'll swap out our wrapper. What I'm going to do, where's our worker bloke? I'm going to kill him. Sorry, I mean, I'm going to stop him. I'm not going to kill him, because actually he's behaving himself at the moment. And we're going to very quickly go grab the fertilizer spreader, and I want to get that grass fertilized in that field before it hits another growth stage, because if it gets to maximum growth, it may not have an awful lot of impact on our yield. And we need to keep our fields fertilized so we get maximum growth. We just got the this one. The one that we just fed the lime in. Once it ran out of lime, I've just filled it up with fertilizer. That was all. Nothing fancy. We're starting out, basic stuff. You know, this is me starting a brand new game, not doing anything fancy, so just granular fertilizer, because then I've got multiple pieces of equipment I can use, or equipment I can use for multiple purposes, and it's quick, it's easy, it's cheap, and it works rather well too. And again, you can use mods, right? I mean, this is a modded one. I just happen to have it, because otherwise you're a little bit limited for lime spreaders. The only in-game, base game lime spreaders are huge, and take an awful lot of lime, which is expensive. So, you know, when you're first starting out, check out the mods. because you might find something that's cheaper than you'll get elsewhere, and hopefully I'll do this before it gets completely pitch black and I cannot see where I've been. But you get the idea. We'll just keep going round the field. First one way, then another. Cut that off. Can we see where there we go. Spot on. We're probably going to hit negative what's it overnight, but that's okay. I did pay back some of the loan that we got because we didn't need all of it. So if you recall, I took out a loan to buy those two fields, which came together anyway. We purposefully chose those because it was a grass field and a cultivated field that, to all intents and purposes, was ready to go. I might have missed a little spot here. How did we do? Oh, we missed a bit. Not having that. Can't be doing with that. There it is. Cool. Should be good. All done. And a little bit left over, which is awesome. I've got weeds on, but this is base game, so I've got weeds on, right? I'm pretty sure I left weeds on. I usually work with weeds on. Yeah. But this is base game and this is grass, so we won't get weeds. Magically, in base game, you don't get weeds in grass, which I love. I wish my grass never got weeds. Mind you, my grass has barely got grass at the moment. I've got here. Right, let's get this dude back seeding, because luckily for us, workers work true to night. Wow, that was bumpy. Whoa. Okay. Where's the seeder? Here it is. So frustratingly enough, because of the size of the field and the fact that we're at ×5 and the fact that we're about speed through the night, I could switch growth off, but I'm not going to. I do sometimes switch plant growth off overnight because plants don't grow a lot in the dark. Most plants anyway. It does mean that actually this is going to be ready to grow. It's going to be in different growth stages because it's going to take quite a long time to seed it. I would normally, if I'm seeding a large field like this with small equipment, I would make sure I've got time at ×1, real time. Because otherwise you're quite likely to run over multiple growth cycles while you're still seeding the field. So yeah, but okay, you don't have to, especially for grass. I mean, who cares, right? It doesn't really matter. And this also depends whether you've got withering on, which I'm assuming I do, because again I usually do. Yeah, I do. But again, grass doesn't wither. It does, unlike the others, which you go through your 3 ready to harvest stages and then they wither. Obviously grass, it doesn't. Sadly it doesn't keep growing either. I do love that the cars stop when there's a worker. It's like, oh, look at him, he's a worker, he's awesome, I must sit and watch him. But if it's just you, they'll just get in your way. Oh, I left the engine running, that's stupid. Right, shout if you spot a bale. Oh look, bales. I won. Oh, you have to unload it first, you doof. Now, that's weird. So a minute ago it unloaded all by itself. And I was slightly surprised by that, and I thought, I don't remember doing that before. There we go. Yeah, that confused me. So what we do need to do, and I was stupid enough just to scroll all the way to the end of the baling section and didn't get one, is get our thing. So as the other thing as well as that you always got in the base game in 17 that wasn't in the base game, you had to download as a mod in 19. Well, you have to download a mod in 19. Wow, as you can see, I've got a few baling mods. is this, the SST127. It's an 8 bale auto bale collector. It's brilliant. I love these. When I first saw this on 17, I was like, there's no way that's real technology. No way, because that's just silly. I mean, you know, I'm going to lease it. Probably a bad time to lease it, because I'm going to get hit for cost for it overnight. But then the Anderson DLC came out. Well, I already knew by then it was real, right? But then when the Anderson DLC came out, and I'm just going to show you this. If you've not seen this before, it's amazing. And you got this one, right? That is incredible. That thing, and that is a real piece of equipment, and it is stunning. There's a great video of a guy using one of these. It's an Anderson video actually, a guy in Scotland picking up bales with this thing. It's just phenomenal, but a little excessive for us young'uns just starting out, right? So Kathy says sorry, and this is the problem of chat. Not only am I slightly delayed, but it also then takes me a minute to check the chat. I did have a small advantage. I apologise. Referee's decision overruled. I won. Oh, so what we need to do, having got our auto collectory balery thing, is reset it, and with one of those wondrous maps it resets it right back to the farm. So we'll do that. Yeah, and sorry Tyler, Kathy still won. Fastest finger, whoever can type it first. Now it's going to get a bit trickier, because now we have to spot the difference between the black ones and the green ones. Always a green one. What's the worker doing coming through there? Oh, what are you doing? When you're ready. There we go. And to the next one. Now what you could do is be really organised while you're doing these, and you can drive back and do what my mate Zeke does, but he lines them all up at the edge of the field. He's terribly tidy, and actually it's a very good thing to do, but I just like to sit and wait and go to the next bale. It's a bit lazy really, but yeah, while he's wrapping he goes to the edge of the field, dumps it at the edge of the field when it's finished wrapping, so they're all nice in a line, so that when he comes to collect them they're all in one place. It's very smart actually. I'm just too lazy. Right, here we go. I'm not going to do too many of these in the dark, because frankly, right, what we need to do, apart from the else, is have a wee bit more light on the situation. That'll help. Right, we'll do these last... Oh, there's one there as well. So we'll do these last two. There's one just there. No, we'll do these last two. We've got way more than 8 already, right? And that bale trailer only takes 8. I mean, if you want to do this proper size, then yeah, you could get the Anderson baler if you really want to spend some money. Flash the cash. And take 24 at a time. In fact, through the wonder of leasing, we might yet do that. It's all about just messing, really, this. Showing a way to do it, not the only way. I'm not saying it's the best way, it's just a way. But the nice thing is, apart from one spray of fertilisation between each cut, this is it now. I don't have to do anything else except bale and wrap. And you know what, that could sound like that's really boring, but actually I found it so, it's so relaxing, and actually it's so satisfying as well, because you can make money. You make less money, I think, out of silage bales on 19 than we did on 17, but you can still make your money. The handy thing as well about right, let's go grab that trailer, which actually should probably, quickest way is to go this way. And I don't want to keep using the controller. I have my steering wheel all week. I've got it out especially to do this, and I'm not using it. Right. Yeah, the satisfying thing as well, actually, of doing it on Goldcrest Valley on 17 was actually you sold your silage bales at the barn on the farm, which didn't half make life easy. I think we'll have to do slightly more fancy things here, but it's all good. Where is our trailer? There it is. Bright red thing right next to us. You can't miss it. Well, clearly you could. I'll just twist my head off. Ooh, I went a long way round. Nice. Bit too far. Come back a wee bit. Let's go get dem bales. I'm not sure where the silage, where the biogas plant is. I mean, of course, what I could do, because the other thing about doing silage in 19 and selling them at the biogas plant is, of course, rather than a bale sell point. I think there might be a bale sell point. We'll have a look at the prices in a minute. I'm guessing. No, number 4. Okay. Number 4, turn it on, rather than number 5 to unfold it. Slightly confusing. Oh, and I got it. And there it goes. Where's us bales? Where's us bales? Hello? Hello? Should have gone for a different colour wrap. I'm not going to start wrapping, but that was tempting. Oh, that was so tempting. I'm not, just be embarrassing myself. To get to pay, you have to take a pause. So it's got time to reset. There we go. That's 5. There's number 6. Number 7. And hopefully there's a number 8. Oh, there he is, look. Hello, number 8. Excellent. Fold it up. Full of 8 bales. So, right, so let's have a look then. Oh my goodness me, look how far it is to biogas plant. Where else can we sell them bales? And what the price is like. Silage. Oh, you know what? Commerce de bestiaux. Normally you would of course take them where the best prices, but you know what? It's a pittance per 1,000 litres. Oh, sorry. Oh. So Oué commerce de bestiaux. Oh, so we are in France then. Oh, there you go. Oué. All right. It's only marginally closer actually. I bet they'll be easier to sell there though. Let's do some here. I'm going to tag it so we know where it is, because then we'll get the magic green thing in the sky. Hello. All right. Oh, right in front of us. Excellent. No, wrong one. Sorry, this one. I just need a road. That'd be helpful, wouldn't it, to find a road? Oh look, there's a fence. Let's not go that way. This could be easier if I actually did this. Okay. Oh, there's a road. Bullseye. Awesome. See, I'll make our way, sell our first bales. So, what was it? 568 per 1,000 litres. So each bale is 4,000 litres. We've got 8. So we've got 32,000 litres. So I make that 16 grand. Wowzers. Is that right? No, that can't be right. 8 bales, 32,000 litres. Yep, check. Actually, yeah, that is right. In fact, it's going to be over 16,000. Woohoo! Nice. Well, and not if I wreck the tractor, it won't. Well, that's good, because that should cover our overnight leasing costs. That'd be a bit of a bonus. Probably should take the old lights off a sec, actually. Just put them on normal dip, because we are going through the old town here. Right, so we've got a hanger left in a minute. Hanger left. It's dark. I dare. This is what happens when you're trying to drive on strange roads in the middle of the night. Put the main beams on there, right? Because there's no one coming. We're not going to dazzle anybody. Looks like aliens are ready to. No, right? It's cool. I'd say I really use it, but it's kind of fun to use it when you can. It's quite a complicated map, this one. It's quite good because all the sell points are relatively close together, so at least once you start to get you to know your way around a little bit, it won't take much to dip. It won't take much to start fathoming it out, but but yeah, it's quite complicated. And once you get into the town, it's really sort of, you know, higgledy-piggledy, so actually gets even more challenging. I'm not sure the green light's necessarily helping, but the flashing icon on the oh, we missed her. Shift it. The flashing icon on the map sure is. And I reckon we need to follow this dude. We just follow this car in front. He looks like where he knows where he's going. It's fine. Helperseers completed their task. Oh, have they? I'll bet they haven't. Now the only question will be, what the blooming heck? Is this it? Oh yeah, there it is. Hang on, sorry, indicating. Should have the old beacon on really. Oh right, I'm going. You can clearly see I have no clue where I am or what I'm doing. Bit of patience, mister. Bleeding drivers. Oh cool, so this is kind of like your bale sell point. Okie doke. So we'll spiddle it round. That's a technical phrase. Spiddle. I'm going to cheat a little bit. Right, let's put the old lights back on. That's better. And I'm sort of guessing that that spot right in there with them bales in it is probably our selling point. So let's give this a go. So we'll do that. And let's see if I can still do mathematics. That's not our sell point. Where's our sell point then? That's a bit tricky. Anyone know? Any ideas? Any? What's with that noise? Sounds like we're back on it on Washoe, Nevada. Alien Jim's space age sounds. Maybe you're right, Jeff. Perhaps the aliens aren't far away and they're going to come and get me. I'm slightly confused as to where those bales are supposed to go, if not right here. Because if I do that, it's not even appeared because we're already in the right place. That's a bit weird. It's not just round the corner, right? I'm not being really stupid and I've come to the wrong place. No, no, no. Yeah. Well, Worker C's just forgotten what he was doing, is what usually happens. If I push him in, can I do that? No. Oh, this is a bit annoying. This would have been so much easier with the bike. Whoa. Oh, that's interesting. Isn't that odd? Well, we just made £4.5 grand off 2 bales, so I'd say that's not bad going. Not sure what to do with what's left though, because it don't seem to want to sell them too much. What we could do, let's try this. I am doing this with the controller because this will be so much easier. We'll do a 3 billion point turn for a start. Seriously, what is with that noise? That's really creepy. The aliens are here to come for me. Come on. It's not quite got enough room. There we go. Right, now we're out. Okay. See that? It really is. That's the Area 51 sound, or Area 52, I think he called it, from Washoe, Nevada, that Jim used. Right, here we go. Awesome. Should be a bit more forward. Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like you know, my crazy notion that actually the place to sell the bales would be right at the back of where the sell point could be was clearly silly, and I clearly didn't need to be quite so enthusiastic about it. On the plus side, at £4.5 grand for 2 bales, I'd say we're doing alright. So I think then, on that basis, we probably needs to be about here, or he reckons. Fingers crossed. Oh well, that'll definitely be what we'll do next, Tyler, because you know what? Seriously. Am I too far forward now? Is that just, you know, we a little bit, wow, really? I mean, come on. They've disappeared. I've lost them forever. Okay. So this is going well. It would have been easier to have done it at the biogas plant, but it won't let me move them by hand because they're too heavy. Is this actually non-existent hay? Oh, look at that. I can see behind. Yeah, that's a bit frustrating though. Oh, well, we'll get some more, and then maybe in the daytime. Oh, hang on. Sorry, being stupid. Right, you didn't see that. I didn't just leave that there while I was letting it unload. Because you're right. What we could probably do, because if those bales don't really exist, then there's nothing to stop me driving into them like this and trying to dislodge the bales. That work? No. It's a bit weird. We'll have to come back with the magic pickup thing and the front loader forks. So we'll get some more bales and we'll come back. That'll probably be in the morning though, because we don't want to do too much faffing around in the dark. Shall I drive back, or should we just magic them back? We could just magic them back. If you know what we could do as well. Because what we don't want to do is have Mr. Worker here sat around doing nothing. Tidy up this end. Can't be doing with not having a tidy field, and certainly not leaving little patches of white. Okay. So far my demonstration of how to do this isn't going very well, is it? Right, where are we? Where's that? Oh yeah. Oh, looking good. But let's not look at that, we need to look at this bit. So that should all be done. Yeah, so it's just that bit. So actually if I run along this edge, we'll pick up all the bits that the worker missed, silly little worker missed. And by the magic of a very clever seeder, it knows the bits that I've already seeded and won't reseed them. Fine with this one, no good with a direct sow, obviously, because then it will just cultivate before you seed it again. But that should have picked up most of those bits that we've missed, which is cool. And then actually, for the most part, it's just this section left. So we'll get the old worker finishing this off, and we're pretty much there. Right, good. Right, let's charge it. Let's do it. And this time we'll do it properly. Beacons, main beam, on, go. And it was actually, this will be an interesting test, won't it? See if I can find my way back. It's a great map though, I really do like it. That sell point's a bit annoying, but you can't have everything. We'll figure out where it is. It'll be easier to do actually with the front loader forks and the magic picker upper thing, which is my best title for the thing from the CSZ pack. Slightly faster tractor would be good. Yeah, so it'll be easy enough with that. So by the time we got another 8 bales, we'll be fine. It's a bit annoying because I was really looking forward to having 16 grand in the bank before we went to bed, but there you go. It is what it is. Whoops. Pardon me, else I could have paid off a chunk of my loan. You can go into debt, so it will go into debt. So what we'll do is we'll pay off another 5 grand of our loan, because that's a little bit less interest that we'll pay overnight. And unfortunately we're not quite going to sell the John Deere, which actually would wipe out the rest of the loan anyway, but that's fine, we'll live with it. It sure is a very cool, very pretty map. Have I gone too far, or am I still going the right way? Oh, that way. Yep, no, all right. Evening. Oh, sorry, I'm taking my main beam off. I beg your pardon. To use automatic headlights. Okay. So here we go. Here's our field 63. There's our Mr. Worker. And we'll spin over the field. Shouldn't really do this, but I'm going to anyway. Just because. Just drive it on the verge here, just up the edge. Ah! Try not to hit the fence. Oh, fail. That was probably a bad time to change camera. Plus we can do this now anyway. Haha! There we go. Right, so let's leave that there. I'd say at 10 to 10 it's time to go for beddy buys. So we'll very carefully drive over this very bumpy track. Back down to the yard. It's funny though, because 2 of them did sell a little bit further. Oh, it's fine. I'll go with that. The advantage is if we go back next time with the thing is even if they're not quite in the right place, we'll figure it out. I was just because it wasn't the biogas plant, and if we had gone to the biogas plant, I would have taken the front load of forks anyway, because the biogas plant here is a lift them up and sell them in jobby, not a you know, not a nice drive up and just leave them there kind of thing. Let's park it in here. Look, it's only going to be in there about 5 minutes, but you know, let's be realistic about it. Right, there we go. Do that. Do that. Thank you very much, and good night. Dark here. It's so pretty. Plant pot. Oh, hello. Right, sleep trigger. Wow, look all this in here. Oh, cool. What time was it? About 10ish, right? So if we go for 9 hours. So we got hit with our vehicle with our leasing costs. So I did forget to knock 5 grand off the loan overnight, but that's fine. So we got 421 euros of loan interest. That's not too bad actually. Would have wiped that by the end of the day. It is a new day. Good morning. How are we all? Yeah, but we tried that because I was already in it. I did reactivate it. It didn't work, which was a bit weird. You're right though. It should be bang on the sell point. So what's funny is our Mr. Worker's been working all night. He's probably absolutely knackered and he didn't get paid any more for it. But in seasons, you'd be paying him more for it because it charges you more to use a worker between certain hours. I forget exactly what the hours are, but yeah, something to look out for. Yeah, that was the thing. So we were already there and I thought, well, I'll turn it back on, but it didn't come back on because I was already in it, which was a bit weird. Ooh, look, crops with lots of weeds in. I would say, you know what? So how's our worker doing? Oh look, and I knew that was going to happen again. It's part graft. Excellent. I'm just wondering, should we get a win? Actually no, let's wrap more bales. Let's wrap more bales and let's go and sort out this terrible situation we've got. Because now we can see, we can wrap what's left. I mean, to be honest, that's kind of it, right? I mean, you know, this is the principle. You get your fields grassed. Make sure you've got your 2 levels of fertilization. We can now actually also, and I should have thought about this, if we're not going to do that extra piece of land there, then we have no need for this anymore. I suppose I may want more fertilizer, so we could want to keep that, but we don't need this, so we can sell it. And we went through last week, if you sold it at the store you'd get more money, but I'm not going to bother driving all the way back to the store. I'm sorry. I keep my toothbrush in the tractor. So yeah, you get more money if you sold that. Probably about an extra grand or two at the garage we're not going to for speed. And in a minute we'll be able to get rid of the seeder too, because we'll have our grass fields, and then we'll sell our tractor, and then we're on it. And then what else we got? We need the fertilizer spreader, we need the mower, we need the baler, we need the bale trailer, we need the wrapper, and apparently we'll need these just to manipulate those blooming bales back in the right place. So let's get ourselves, because we can't leave it as it is, right? Let's get ourselves another 8 bales ready and wrapped. Why are you no working? Oh, okay. There's one. I'm quite tempted to say actually what I might do is sort of advance to the next stage. There we go. Do I have the Scariflex? I do have the Scariflex, and you could use the Scariflex on here, which is a very fair point. Hello, thank you. I've got the Scariflex on No Man's Land actually. First time I'd used it too. I hadn't used it before. You could do that on here. This would work, and actually you could do that because that would then reduce the need for you to use fertilizer and pay for it, right? You're right, you could use that. I guess I'm just aiming, my aim was to do this as far as possible with base game equipment. I've had to take a few liberties because of bale wrappers and stuff. There is an in-game bale wrapper, but it's much more expensive. It's kind of fun actually, we should give that a go. I haven't used that for a while. Somebody got 1, 2, there's at least one more over there. Is that 2 maybe more over there? So that's 4. Might be another one. How's our worker doing? Is he still going? No, he's done. So actually then, if we... Oh, I love the tilt of the wheels. That's really cool. Only on full lock. Dead right. So do this. Do that. Do that. And there we go. Do this bit, which somehow we missed in the dark. And there we go. Done. Awesome. How's that looking? It's probably not the neatest bit of seeding in the world. Actually, it's not bad. There's another little patch over here which just looks too big to ignore. I don't see it though. Really? Oh yeah, okay. I beg your pardon. Weirdness. So there you go. Seeding is done. Exceedingly good. Sorry, that's terrible. And so again, by the magic of whatnot, we don't need that anymore. And what I'm tempted to do straight away, actually, well, yeah, he's going to get in the way of it, isn't he? I won't, it's fine. Which means I'm not going to do it now. So what we're going to do, we'll come out of this, we'll go back in here, get the garage, back to owned items, bye tractor. Bye seeder. Again, we got more if we'd have sold them at the store. And then actually, how big is our loan? Ooh, ouch. We'll leave ourselves a little bit of working capital, just in case we want to swap out any kit. Just get these few wrapped, and then we've got at least one more load. What's fun about base game as well, of course, is that you'll notice that yes, I've missed bits of grass, right? So it wasn't the most efficient, and I'm quite surprised actually. That was definitely how I used to do it in FS17, and it was absolutely fine. Exactly the same kit. You could use a slightly narrower front mower. There are some modded ones out there that would help, right? But also. But the reality is, base game, that grass isn't going anywhere, so you'll just pick it up next time you mow the field. And I'm tempted to go to the next stage a little bit early, right? So normally what I do now is I'd probably go over the fields a couple of times, once or twice, build up all that, pay off all that debt. And I remember when I did it on 17, and we didn't lease equipment. Could you lease equipment on 17? I don't think. So I waited. And I did enough that I could then buy myself a whole new tractor and a triple mower setup, and I was so happy. I got the Voltra Cow Edition, which I loved, and that was my first major tractor, powerful enough to pull a triple mower setup. But actually, you don't need to do that, of course, in 19, because you can lease. Bonus, which of course will make the whole system way more efficient, right? So I'd say we do that. So we'll sell these bales, and then I'm going to come back, we're going to swap out all the kit we've got, and we're going to do something a little bit different, just because it's fun. In fact, there are so many different ways you can do this. Actually, I don't find it gets boring. I just don't. Have I got any more? Are there any more odd ones? We may as well get all the ones we've got currently. So I mean, I've not quite finished this field, but we've done a fair amount of it. Actually, no. That looks like them all, which is cool. There you go. Hold her up and off. So we'll take this load, we'll go grab the front load of forks. Whoa, 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 not yet, too early. See, I didn't wait for that little red thing to come back. So I have to be a little bit careful. Yeah, we'll go grab the front load of forks and the magic liftery thing. And we'll run up to the sell point again, and we'll go a different route this time. Just for a bit of variety. Hey, it's Tiny! Hey Tiny, how you doing? How you getting on, my friend? You still up for a little no man's land this weekend? 6. Ooh, and some Snowrunner. Ooh, Snowrunner multiplayer. There we go. All 8. 2 left. Good to hear, Tiny. Good to hear. Right, so let's bring up that map again. Let's swap over. Right, we'll go a different route. And we'll see, without the magic of the green alien scary thing, to see if we can... actually, probably would be quick to go the other way. Actually, you know what? We could go the other way. It's only grass. Won't do it any harm. Ooh, that's a rather terrible looking field. Look at that. Got them weeds in there. Yep, no worries, Tiny. Cruise on. So we're going to come up here and we're going to go left. Do love that little walk through underneath this bridge. Oh, so Tiny, when you got your next episode coming out? I'm dying to see it. I'm thinking I need to start on here. I can't help myself. I was actually kind of holding off because The Last of Us Part 2 is coming out, and it was supposed to be due out next week, but it's actually been delayed, so, which is good because it actually gives me some time to catch up on some Snowrunner and get started on here, so that's all cool. I'm so looking forward to that game coming out. Naughty Dog, best story-based game designers in the world, bar none, in my very limited opinion, actually, to be fair. Oh dear. It is a very pretty map. It is a very pretty map. Right, so we're coming into the town. So we go, what's... Oh no, that's so frustrating. Oh, so frustrating. You hadn't saved it? You're going to manage to do it again? I hate it when that happens. I remember I had oh god, and it could be a bit flaky on the old controller. There's no question of that. Yeah, I spent a little bit of time. I took a sabbatical from work for a couple of months, and while I was off, I was obviously trying to do a bit more recording. That was when I started doing Train Sim World, which I've had a bit of an on-off. Oh come on, seriously, hello. I've had a bit of an on-off relationship with Train Sim World, but I'm going to hit that post. Nope, right. But actually, I'm really getting into it at the moment. But oh, we forgot. No. He didn't remind me. We forgot the front load of forks. Oh, no. There's that weird noise again. What is that? It's a French noise. It's not really French here, is that? Yeah, so I used to do Train Sim World videos, and there was something about Train Sim World that was really... Right, okay, here's what we're going to do. So we're going to come into here. We're going to do... Where is it? Where are we? Here. Commerce de bestiaux. Does that mean bales? Does that basically mean bale sell point? Is that what bestiaux is? I have no idea what that means in French. Yeah, maybe you guys are right. I apologise. Jeff, Kathy, you were quite right to be shouting at me. So it looks like I'm trusting you here, because I'll blame you if this is wrong, right? So if we come out, it should be about there then. Maybe a little bit further forwards. We've got that nice big field to go turn around in, that's quite handy. So yeah, so we've had a bit of a bale incident, Tiny. Hey, boom. 16247. I have to say I didn't check the price. Has it changed overnight? I didn't look. Yeah, it's dropped. Ooh, that's bad. Right, next lot I'll have to get the biogas plant then, but that's fine. There's a bit of variation. So, good bit of money then. And what do you do when you've got money? You invest it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to head back. Nah, don't forget the front reports. So helpful, Jeff. Thank you. Oh yeah, and that's the worst time if it saved it. Yeah, so this is the thing. So I used to do these train sim world videos, and it would just not record. I would hit the record button and it would say I'm recording, and then, well, actually sometimes I had technical issues, which partly my terrible train driving skills and partly the game. Actually was a bit ropey at the time. It's a lot more stable now. Can I make it around the corner? Yes, I can. Go away, car, don't start beeping at me. Oi, excuse me. And there was one particular scenario that I was trying to do. So the Train Sim World, if you've not watched any of my stuff on that, it has scenarios, right, which is basically a sort of story-based, point A to point B with a little bit of doing something else. And there was one that I must have tried to do about 3 times in a day. I must have spent about 4 or 5 hours trying to record one episode, and it still failed. And to this day, I have never managed to record that scenario as a video and get it out. It's quite bizarre. It never worked. It never ever worked. Either it failed or the recording failed. Either the game crashed or the recording failed, or yeah, it used to drive me crazy. It really did. But yeah, so I feel your pain, Tiny. I really do. And Tyler also knows this pain. Yep, invest, absolutely. Sounds good for blowing all your money, but there is sense to it, right? Because if it makes the whole thing more efficient, it means in theory you can generate money faster, right? And so that's what we're going to look at doing next. Quite apart from, it would be really helpful if we went back with some front loader forks and the magic picky uppy thing and retrieved the bales that are currently buried in the hidden straw bales and actually sold them. I think this would be helpful, because this would also generate us some money. But look at 25 grand, we're not doing too badly. And we ditched a lot of the loan as well. So, and we've got our 3 grass fields now. One of them needs actually a couple of them need fertilizing. So I'd say we upscale, because you know what, when I was doing this on Goldcrest Valley and I had this, and all I had to do was get it from the field and into the barn, which was right next to the field, doing 8 at a time was absolutely fine. Doing 8 at a time where you've got to traipse all the way across is less fine. Alright, let's just get that out there right now. So what I'm curious about is actually how much money I've got, and I've gone past the pickup point. So actually, let's go get, there's 2 bales right at the far end of this field. I'm going to go get those, and we're going to get the worker fertilising this field, because this one we've mowed most of it and it's already started to regrow, so we need to get it fertilised. And then once that's done, we'll need to fertilise the next one. Once that's done, we can get back on it. I'm not going to mow all the fields today, so it really doesn't matter, to be honest. But boom, bang. It does work well. I love the sound effects as well. It's just spot on. It's a good looking trailer though. It's done as crab. That's an excellent question, and the answer is yes, you will do. So every biogas plant you'll get digestate, and so this is the other thing, right? So as well as the fact that the price is dropping at the bale sell point, it's not fixed. I'm pretty sure it was always fixed on 17. The only place it's fixed on 19 is actually at the biogas plant. So let's unload these here. And so that would be an excellent thing. Don't forget the front loader. Too right, Jeff. Thank you. But you know what? I could put it on the tractor and just keep it on, and then that way I won't forget it. It's a good shout. Right. So, pull it back up. Not sure why that wasn't folding back up. Or why it's not letting me detach it. Why is it? Oh, that was weird. Okay, most bizarre. Right, good shout. Front loader forks, which we left over in the barn over here. So let's do that before, because I will forget. Right, I mean, let's face it, it's just a bit of a given really, isn't it? And this would be a lot easier if I was in cab. Not desperately straight, but not too shabby. Beautiful. So, as I said, in the real world of doing this, I'd now go fertilise my fields and make sure they're all spot on and perfect. I'm not going to bother because I want to get on. And how are our fields doing, actually? Let's have a quick sneaky peek. This way. Oh, of course we've not got grass on, have we? Right. So you don't keep grass on by default because it just makes a messier map. But we need it on because we need to know where we're doing. So we got 6.2's ready, 92 corners ready. Won't take too long at ×5 for those others to be ready. So I'd say we go crazy. So what have we got in the garage now? Least items. So let us I'm going to keep the roll belt. I'm going to get rid of that. Right, okay. Because the only snag now is I'm going to need to take that off. So what's the power of our tractor? 150. So if I look at mowers, what do I need? Oof. That ain't going to work, is it? That would though. Oh, that would be such fun actually. So ideally the next thing to do would be to get a bigger mower and set up. But you know what? Let's get one of these. These are fun. So load up one of these. And it's one way just to speed it up slightly without going completely crazy. And then what we'll do is we'll get one of these and we'll get any one of them, to be honest. I was so happy when I got this on 17. This thing is amazing. I mean, there's all sorts. I've got loads of modded ones, but we'll stick to in-game. And this one's pretty cool, actually. I rather like this. So we're going to use that one. Relatively expensive to start with, but you know what? And then we're going to go nuts. Right, so we're going to do this. Just because it's here, I do like the green wrap. And because it is the base game one, we're going to try that. But then we are going to go seriously crazy. And we're going to get this, because I love it. I love it. And it'll pay for itself in one delivery. Like, leasing, yes, expensive, but it will pay for itself in one delivery. So the only snag now is that actually I can't keep this on the front of the tractor. But you know what, that's okay. Because at least if I leave it there, I won't forget about it. Right. So what we need to do is go back to the store and cheat all our stuff back. Quick run out the field. Hey Arco, sorry, just catching up. Say hello to the elder one of FS19, the big bag handler. The big bag handler is awesome. It is my birthday tomorrow, Jeff, it is. How did you know that? Did I mention that already? Maybe I did. Actually, you know what? This is a good call. It is past 12 for me here. It is. This is true. But I don't know. I'm from the UK, so doesn't that really mean it's not my birthday for another 3 hours? Is that right? I don't know. Oh, such pretty equipment. These are my birthday presents. Ah, missed. Block. Do a bit of off-roading. Nice. This is actually the perfect. Tell you what, if I was going to try and get the butterfly modes, but not for this size of field. What I love about this as well is actually it's a great setup for a funny shaped field. A really good setup for a funny shaped field. The only thing is we can't bale and mow at the same time. But actually with this kind of setup, I don't think that really matters. Because the speed that we'll do this now will be so much better. Not as good as getting the full butterflies. Thanks guys, I appreciate that. Now we're talking. Oh yeah. So there you go, Tyler. You're right, this is how you should do it. Dead right. And yeah, for this size field, this is perfect. Actually, for the shape field, this is perfect. Can you imagine how painful it would have been to try and do this with a mower and a baler at the same time? I'd have been leaving stuff all over the place. Thanks, Kath. Of course, you do realise I've just got a 24 bale trailer, and therefore that part means we can't possibly go anywhere until it's full. No, I'm not going to sit and make you watch me wrap 24 bales. Oh my goodness me. That took a real long time. Oh, missed a bit. Oh well, there you go. Nobody's perfect. It's doing a good job actually, because this is right on the edge of its power capabilities. It's doing okay. Thanks, Jeff. There we go. Beautiful. Oh, 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 oh. I'd be curious to see how many bales we get off this field actually. Let's just skip a bit. So this is our field that yesterday we harvested. Sold the crop. Oh, we've still got crop to sell too actually. Good job we kept that trailer. Not going to do that either. But yeah, we've still got crops to sell. So we could easily get rid of that loan. If you know, if I was playing this just me, we'd be getting rid of that loan by now. It'd be gone by the end of the day. And we'd have 3 grass fields, no loan. Alright, ongoing leasing costs, but they're a fraction of what you'll get out of each of these fields once a day. I mean, you're right, Tyler, because of course, yeah, if we sell these at the biogas plant, then we'll get digestate as a byproduct, which means that we'll then have essentially free fertilizer. Yes, you're right, actually. It does seem to be a pretty capable machine. Though it did struggle last week with the baler that I had on it massively. That seemed to be the mod. It seemed to just drain power. And as I said, you know, we could even plough this patch out. We own it. It's ours. We could plough this out, create this into grass, or, you know. Right. Time to windrow. Now we're getting serious. Serious. But what I could also do, speed up the baling. Could get a baler wrapper. And this is the thing, right? There's so many different ways you can do this in the game now. When I first did this in 17, yeah, there were different balers. There was only one wrapper. The baler wrapper didn't come out for a very long time. Actually, I don't really want to do that. It's fine. We'll come back and get that in a minute. But there are so many different ways now, because you know you've got the sort of the standard round bale wrapper that we were just using. You've got several bale and wrapper options, all-in-ones. There's the in-game wrapper, which is for round or square bales, so that's something a little bit different, and we'll use that in a second. You've got multiple different options for windrowers. You've also then got the extractors if you really want to go big and don't mind spending the money. They're pretty cool, and I've done silage bales with those before now. I did that on Marwell Manor actually. Kind of interesting. Right, I'm just going to grab that last little bit. There we go. Because that was in a rather inconvenient position. In fact, I'm going to come this way. So yeah, so there's all sorts of different ways you could do this now. All sorts. try not to pick up too much of that. There we go. Very quickly do this. I think we're going to get a fair few bales off this, and of course we'll get them a lot neater than we did the last one because we've done it properly. Ooh, Mr. Patch. It's a little bit tricky using this. It can have a habit of dipping into the next, you know, as you go up and down, it can catch the ends of the previous row and stuff. But it's I really like this windrow. I think it's a great design. It's very different to all the others. Unpowered, so it doesn't take too much to pull it. I did get to the point on 17, I think I was using the big M500. In fact, I think at one point I actually started using a forage wagon for my grass mowing. And I just went around and did all that. Oh, I've just managed to get a worker on it. That wasn't what I planned to do. Let's get rid of him, because he's just going to completely mess up my rows. I'm going to lose that bit anyway, so we'll just tidy that up. I'm just going to cut into this one, make that a nice smooth curve. So, what do you reckon, bales? We're going to get a few bales off here. It's starting to get dark out. What, here in the game or where you are? It's 20 to 10. I should think it is getting dark. No, 20 to 10. No, yes, no. Hang on, what? Yeah, 20 to 10. There we go. Dunskies. Yeah, there'll be some interesting bits to bale. What's fascinating, of course, is the amount of actual equipment it can take you to do this. So far, we've got two mowers, two mowers, the windrower, a baler, the front loader forks when all things all go wrong at the sell point, which we'll go and sort out in a minute. Where you are? Where are you? Right. Okay, let's take this a little bit steadier, not quite so crazy. One. A one. Here's a one. Number two. I see you're up north. Whereabouts? If you don't mind me asking. I don't need an exact address, obviously. Because you must be a way bit up north. I suppose actually, yeah, I guess actually, yeah. Coming up on the end of May, I suppose it would be. Lovely. Not at all jealous. Ah, missed it. Dundee. Lovely. Nice. So a fair way up. Not a long way up, but a fair way up. Yeah, I was rather hoping to get to Scotland this summer, but thanks to all this lockdown shenanigans, not sure if we're actually going to make it. Yeah, you see, and so this is the weird thing, right? So, for those that don't know, I'm currently living in Dubai for work, moved here in November. And the weird thing here is that clearly it's pretty warm all year round. But actually, of course, because we're that much closer to the equator, there's very little difference between sunset times all year round. It's really weird. You know, coming from the UK, where of course actually between winter and midsummer, you know, the difference between sunset times can be, wow, what, 6 hours, I guess, probably at peak. Sort of, you're talking in the winter, it's sort of 4 o'clock in the afternoon. In the summer, sort of nearly 10, really. Certainly here in Scotland, a little bit later. And yeah, here it's all year round between sort of 6 to 7 o'clock, all year round. It's very strange. So how about you, Tyler? We've all answered. What about you? I've lost count. I've stopped counting. Is anyone counting? I'm not paying attention at all. I'm just producing damn bales. We're splitting that one out a little bit out of the way, can we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Lovely. Grab that little bit there. Back on along this way. Did we get roughly 12 hours of light and dark? Probably so, actually. Sun does rise pretty early in the morning. And I'm trying to think, I don't get up early enough at the moment to know, because of course I'm not going to work. I mean, I used to leave to take the kids to school at about 7:15 in the morning, and the sun was up by then, and that was in the middle of winter. So yeah, probably. Interesting. So yeah, so of course I'm just north of the equator, you're just south of the equator, right? So actually, yeah, probably quite similar. But yes, Titch, yeah, you're probably right. We get roughly 12 hours of daylight, sun, and daylight and dark and night time a day, most of the year. It's ever so slightly less night time in the summer, but by an hour or two. Not by the extremes you get in the UK. Interesting. Not leaving that bit behind. And we're nearly done. Come on, come on, come on, come on. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I did see an odd little bit of grass just off to the side down here. But there we go. There it is. Hanging on. Nice little strip. Oh, not quite enough. Cool. Next. We get try the fun wrapper. Right, I've only used this once and I'm trying to think where. I don't even know on what map I used it, but it's a fun piece of kit and looks like there's a new one coming out in the new pack actually. The next DLC, middle of June, there's another one similar coming out. So this is for round or square bales. I've only used it with square bales before, so we'll see how this goes. Fairly forgiving with square bales. Let's hope the same can be said. There we go. It's a very cool piece of kit. Wage payment? For what? Oh, whatever. How do you mean with the trailing kit, Tyler? You mean with there isn't anything that I'm aware of that will bale and wrap a square bale, if that's what you're asking. This is the only wrapper I think we have at the moment. Well, there's this and the extractor, right? So there's because obviously you got the Kuhn, the FBP, that's a baler wrapper for round bales. And then you've got these, right? So there's the extractor and the hybrid extractor. So the extractor just does round bales and the hybrid extractor does both. I've used this one. I haven't used this one yet, so that's one I've got to use at some point. And then that's a round wrapper. That's a round bale wrapper. Then you've got the new Class Roland, which is a baler wrapper. And I think there are a few other modded ones as well. Of course, the other interesting way you could start by making money these days is to make hay pellets. Actually, thinking about it. Sort of modern take on the grass silage bales. Oh no, it's rolling away. Don't run away. Run away. Stop! Stop! Halt. Please, stop. There it goes. They do roll a lot. Oh, I'd forgotten about that. Sorry. I just remembered. This little box here. Press to remove the fence. Hey! Why did I just do that? Look, that bale's now going completely. This isn't my field, this one, is it? No, shame. And I've trapped... Now I've trapped the bale inside the field. That's hilarious. I don't even know if I'll be able to pick that up because I don't own the field. I'm assuming I can. Like bales, presumably you can pick them up anywhere. That's just brilliant. Oh dear. Awesome. It's the little things. I think in terms of them not rolling away, I think they're definitely your friend. And now you've got things like this, right, where you can wrap them easy. And you know, there's you know, several square auto bale stackers and all sorts of stuff, like, you know, and the 4 stacks and the blahs, you know. And what we could do is a wrapper for Heston bales. That'd be awesome. I don't think we've got one yet, have we? I don't think. I have to say they seem to roll a lot worse having been wrapped with this than with the other one. It seems to wrap a lot faster actually. It wraps pretty quick. I should use this more often. It's actually a really cool piece of kit. Is that all of them wrapped already? That's really quick. Oh no, there's another one over there. But yeah, they do seem to roll more with the, oh look, even getting near it's made one of them roll away. Right, so let's just, you know, come on, there we go. It's quite forgiving, mercifully. I'll just nudge that one, that's going to roll away, and oh no, that was alright. Come on already, let's go. Yeah, it does wrap quick. It definitely wraps quicker because it's got a double wrap. There's 2 lots of wrapping instead of just one. Awesome, and I love the little boxes of wrap, rolls of wrap, coon wrap. It's a very cool thing. There we go, bales rapid, rapidly rapid. Ah, that's true. You're right. That's the problem. Yes, the other. You're right. Actually, yeah, the other one. Both the other ones. So both the Anderson and the Ursus. You're dead right. They do. It puts them on the end when they've been wrapped. I'm just causing myself all sorts of trouble here, just lining up all this kit. Yeah, dead right. That's why they're rolling away. So one disadvantage to using that wrapper then. There you go. And here's the beast. Which I've got to say actually, a full with this tractor, it's gonna struggle. But it's a beautiful piece of technology. And is designed, as you can see at this point, to pick up these bales end on, right? How they'd be left by another silage wrap, sorry, by the other bale wrappers. Good night, Jeff. Night, Kathy. Thanks for stopping by and saying hello, having a chat. Very good to catch up with you again. You have a good night, and hope to see you soon. But yeah, so this, as you can see, is designed to pick them up end on, as Titch was just saying, as the other baler wrappers would do it, the real thing actually detects the orientation of the bale and manipulates the handle accordingly, automatically. I think it's automatic, or is that something the driver does? I don't remember, but it's pretty cool. So this head thing that's at the front, I'm pointing at it as if you can see it. Yeah, cheers, Jeff. Probably my morning after tomorrow. Yeah, we definitely need to do that. Thanks for the reminder, Tyler. But yeah, so this grab handle thing at the front, it actually orientates itself depending on which way the bales are. So if this was the real thing, it would be tilting itself so that the short one was facing down and the long bit over the top was sitting over the top of the bale, and it would just grab it. It's just incredible. I say, there's a video somewhere of a guy in Scotland doing it, and it's just fantastic. And this whole way it extends the handle to, you know, put the third one on the top, and it's just such a good design. I love this piece of kit, I really do. What's cool, of course, is that if I did own this field, I'd basically have all of that as grassland, and it would be virtually continuous. I could probably landscape out those yeah, I like the remove fence thing. That's really cool. Could even get rid of these trees, and actually, oh, I'm so tempted to keep playing this map. Yeah, could get rid of those birch trees, do all this as grass, and then it's all grassland. That would just be amazing. Oh, the black sheep of the family, look. Right, there we go. Oakley dokes. And on that, it is 1 o'clock in the morning. How's the old growth on our other fields? Yeah, okay, so it's still green, so they're not ready yet anyway. So how many bales? How many got? Oh, that's a good number actually. We've got 10 bales. Yay, we remembered. Woohoo! Right, to the biogas plant. What we could also do on the way actually is grab the other bales. Let's risk it. Wrong pedal, sorry. Slightly overshot. It's because I've got cruise control and it confused me. Now let's see how we do on the hills. There's only 10 bales on here, it's not even half full. Do lifting that up a wee bit, I feel. So we'll head and pick up the missing bales. What we'll do is we'll drive through the sell point, dump the trailer on the field at the back, and we'll grab those bales, put them one by one on the field, and then we'll pick them up. And then we've got all those. And then we'll head off to the biogas plant. We might have to do a bit of manual loading, so it might be a bit fiddly. But what I want to do then is actually to answer Tyler's question. We'll speed through to midnight, because of course in 19 you don't get your biogas money till midnight, but also means I don't think you get the digestate till midnight either. So we'll clear left, clear right. Probably need a little bit of manoeuvring room with this rather long trailer. Hello. Try not to knock over any pedestrians. Oh, stop, stop, stop. Ooh, that's no good, is it? What am I doing looking that way? Whee! That's better. Oh, it's because I'm on that funny viewpoint. CSZ pack camera. It's the CSZ camera. Right, we'll be able to tell Jeff that we went and rescued the bales. We're going to get caught on the wall. I could see that coming. Try that again. Go over a little bit further. I get stuck on the tree. Wait for the pedestrian to walk through the trailer. This is going well. Right, now we're in. Oh, sorry. Blah. Oh, be nice. There we go. Thank you. I'll have that. Right. So what I wanted to do was detach that. Okay. Now I'm going to swap, and we're going to use the old controllery for this bit. That's an awkward bale, isn't it? What a funny position that's ended up in there. Exactly the wrong position, I would say. There's the other one. Right. Now, can we... Oh, where did he go? Oh, it just sold. Oh, fair enough. Oh, fine. Well, we'll sell these here then in that case. 10's a good number to sell at the biogas plant. We know what we're dealing with then. At least we'll get the money from these. In the meantime, we're not forgotten about them. Whoa. Oh, that's because we've ended up with two of them. Well, there's a bit of a problem. Good out. Hey, that's not bad, is it? Yeah, good call. Maybe actually, good call, Tyler. Just trying to lift them too high. They'll sell nicely in the sell point. I think there's one more, right? Is there one more hiding in here somewhere? Oh, maybe not actually. Oh yeah, there is. Ah! Oh my god, really? Okay. Should be about there. Oh, there you go, that worked. Done. Nicely. Ish. And now all I need to do is get the out of here. Let's do this. Beep beep. Seriously, what's with that noise? It's really weird. Oh, sorry, just went through somebody's door. I beg your pardon. Sorry, just run over a pedestrian. Oh, begging your pardon. Right, can take that off. Biogas plant. Biogas plant. What noise? What noise? Oh, car, sorry. I'm too busy looking at the chat. There's a sort of weird sort of groaning noise. Have you've started a washoe, right, Titch? If you go up to the well, actually you hear it all over the map, but in particular if you go up to I think he's called it Area 52 or something, or is it Area 51B or something? Where am I looking? Right, biogas plant, that's where we're going. Oh, of course we've been to biogas plant, we went there last week. I'm going to tag it anyway, just for simplicity's sake. Yeah, there's this funny sort of alien noise now. I think it's this way. Don't beep at me, shut up. I don't know where I'm going, I'm a foreigner, okay, tourist. Yeah, this weird sort of strangely metallic alien-y type noise. Go check it out. It sounds just like that. I can hear it on this map. It's really, really weird. Quick, floor it up the hill. Oof. Yeah, it's a good job this isn't full. Come on, little tractor, you can do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Those impatient little Watsits behind me, go away. Any other day I'll be going 3 times faster than you are, and you know it, because you're rubbish drivers, you lot. I'm indicating in everything, so you can tell what I'm doing. There's no need for you to get in a huff. Cool. To the biogas plant, right, with the biggest bunker silos I think I have possibly ever seen. Where is the digester? There it is. And 3 of them and all. Oh, interesting. Okay, maybe it's I have got headphones on, so maybe that's maybe that helps. Right, and I think they're going to need to go in there. Luckily, of course, because we've got the magic grabbery thing, we can try it as it is. Oh, that's actually really annoying, the CSZ viewpoint. I know it's quite useful, but if you forget it's there, it can get a bit irritating. Right, no, that way. So let's see what we got here. Now what you could of course do, and what I should have done, was put a ramp up, and that would have made this a whole shed load easier. I'm just going to try and straighten that up, bring this round. There we go. It's a beautiful thing. Just a beautiful thing. Probably need a real weight to do this, or indeed a bigger tractor. Whoa! They kind of leapt off. But as slightly because that thing's caught. But we'll be fine. It'll sort itself out. Yeah. So as I suspected, we have to manually load those in, but we've got the magic thing, so that's okay. It's good on Marwell. I used a telehandler with a triple I actually had a triple bale fork that was perfect for taking these end on and just lifting 3 at a time. It was fantastic. These bunker silos are huge, and there are 4 of them. Sounds like a challenge. Yeah, well, and this is the slight snag we're going to face at this point. Is it probably is going to try and lift them all at once. Let's see how we do. We're not far from the store. We could go and lease a telehandler if we wanted to. If I do it far enough away. Equally, I don't particularly want to do them one at a time either. 1. Right, that is too many. Oh, but that's okay. If they sort of collapse, it'll be easy to separate them out. I'm glad now it's only 10, but you're glad it was only 10 as well, right? That's weird, that one actually disappeared before I took the straps off and none of the others have done that. That's kind of odd. Interesting. We would have thought that would have brought more than one out. How are we diddling? 12.5. Okay. I really should be doing this properly. Ooh, so actually then, is there yeah, it's a bit of a problem unless you do everything at ×1 with slow growth. Surely there's a button for okay, apparently not. Oh, that didn't actually pick anything up. Interesting. There we go. Sometimes it does the weirdest things, but it works. So how much are we guessing then on the how much digestate are we going to get? So we had 10 4,000. We've got 40,000 litres, right? We've got 10 4,000 litre bales, 40,000 litres total. What do you think we're going to get? Yeah, and this is the thing. It's having a level of amount of kit, not too many fields. It's true. Or getting your mates around occasionally, right? It's the other way. There's a certain amount of, not quite there, when you know, obviously at the end of 17 we'd all been playing with seasons, most people anyway, certainly I was, and it was good, right? It brings a rhythm. Whoa, what we got? Oh, okay. Oh, that was weird. That one just disappeared, literally straight into the digester. And you know, it brought rhythm to the game, certain sense of sort of nature, bit of realism. But actually, there was something to say when we all started at 19 to go, oh, things happen so quickly. You really turn over your fields really fast. But it soon got a bit much. So there we go, 23,450. What we need now, so we'll speed up time. Let's get rid of that, don't need that no more. Don't particularly want to be on that camera setting. Quickly digest in the menu. I'm not sure you can, if I am right, because it's not a thing. If you sees what I mean. Ooh, or can you? No, I'm not sure I've ever looked. Can you see anywhere the amount of digestate you have? No, I didn't think so. So the only way to know how much digestate we've got is to go and get a something. So let's speed up time briefly, and we'll go lease ourselves a. Oh, I'm going out the wrong way. Sorry, the exit's the other way, but never mind. We'll just nip up to the store, and we'll get ourselves a slurry spreader. Tell me if I'm being stupid, and there is something to tell me whether how much digestate I've got. I think you are right though. I think it's done as you go along rather than at the same time payment comes. I think you are right there. Store's just here, I think. Somewhere. Oh, that's the second. There's a sort of second yard there, isn't there? I remember that now. Où est le store? Ah, EA le store. Le store. EA. Here. Yeah, there you go. Oh, that wasn't the way to get to it. Oh, I thought there might be a shortcut through. That didn't work, did it? There's definitely no shortcut to the store. Good grief. That was weird. Does anyone else see that? We sort of went through the white markings on the road. Ah, interesting. Okay. And where does it list it? Oh, so it lists it in the silos, right? Yeah. It's Alien Jim. I don't know why we've come around here. Could have gone the other way. Speed up a bit more, can we? Show slurry. Just in case I do come play this again, I'll get something. What shall I get? You know, I've had that for ages and I haven't used it yet. Ooh, and that one. Ooh. 8,000 litres, 8,000 litres, 8,400 litres. And to my knowledge, I've nowhere to store it at the yard. To be honest, it doesn't really matter. Let's get this one, just see what it looks like. Michelin's, without a doubt. Lease it. Love it. Awesome. Oh, that looks so cool. Nice. And any special functionality? Turn on, detach, turn on, no. Right, so let's head back to the biogas plant. Speed up time a wee more. Use the old indicators. Come on, time, speed along. It's bedtime. Well, at least I'm starting to get used to the map anyway. A little bit. Let's hoof it. Oh wow, we got a long wait now. Mind you, the interesting thing is, of course, we can see how much we've got already, so at least we'll know whether we were right, strictly whether Tyler was right, for that matter. Right, let's do this. Seems to be the point to fill. Oh, that's nice. Let's come on. Yep, so we've already got 16,000 litres. And the question then becomes, will that change? So we had, what, 10 bales, 4,000 litres a piece. That feels like a pretty solid amount, and actually I'll bet it's already finished processing, because if it's finished processing, yeah, it's finished processing, so that's it then, in that case, which is not insignificant. I mean, that's, you know, so from a full trailer load of 24 bales, 16,032, you'd be looking at nearly 40,000 litres of slurry. Wow. Digestate, you know what I mean? That's pretty cool. That's actually not bad at all. I do, of course, now want to find out how much we're going to get paid, but we don't need to stay here to find that out. That's empty, so I'm going to leave it here, because we can reset it. Sorry, wrong way. And there you go. Do. Put them on. Whoa, all the way around. Get weighed. How much do we weigh? That much. I'm assuming that's in kilos. Okie dokie. I think this is the right road. Yep. Okay. Right, we'll leave that. We'll hit midnight any second and we'll find out how much money we got from our 10 bales. Which actually, we kind of know. We could figure that out really, really, really easily. €24,000. But you've noticed that our leasing costs have gone up quite significantly. But you know what? That's okay, because we're, you know, I mean, that obviously I've wasted most of the day by fast forwarding it. But even if we'd done that at ×5, we would have easily been able to I don't even know if I'm going the right way, I'll be honest. We'll just go for a drive because we're done. I'm going to stop now. But yeah, so, and in actual fact, on that point, these, our other grass fields, should by now be up, fully ready to go. Of course, what we have also missed is the fertilization window, but that means we've now got all 3 fields ready to go again. Oops, sorry. So you know, we undid the smallest of our fields. Day before we'd got what 16, 18 bales just from part of one of the larger fields, so that's 26 bales. You're easily looking at 100 grand a day, easily looking at 100 grand a day, just from 3 fields of grass. So you know, you'd only have to do that a few times. If you wanted to, you could speed up ×5, put your growth rate on super fast, and yeah, you might even get a second cut in a day. You do have to keep up with the fertilising, but you know, you will have some downtime. So yeah, and I say there's loads of other ways you can do it these days. You use the extractor, all sorts. So yeah, I'm gonna end it there, guys. The day you decide to fill those bunkers, let me know. I'd love to help out. And I tell you what, that would, oh my goodness me, so be a multiplayer task. But I've got to say, there's just got to be, at some point, that just has to be done, right? I mean, it just has to be. So yeah, I'll certainly bear that in mind. And if I do end up doing my start from scratch, I mean, we're talking a way away before we'll be ready to start doing that. But my goodness, you'd make some money, wouldn't you? Yeah, definitely. But yeah, so I'm going to gradually wend my way back to the farm. I don't even know where I'm going, but at least we've powered through the night, so it'll be starting to get light again soon. Yeah, I'm done. I don't know if I'll do any more of this particular version of this map. I may not do. I proved the point. We can do what we can do. It's a good way to make money, and actually we've got digestate now too, so even fertilization won't be a costly exercise. But yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope if you're new to the game you found it useful, maybe learnt a thing or two, and if you did, likes and subscriptions are very much appreciated, and well, keep chatting with that, and I'll hope to see you again on another stream sometime very soon. So night to all in chat. Titch, Tyler, I don't know if you're still there, Tiny, if you are, and anyone else who's watching who's not been so active in the chat. And yeah, thanks guys, it's been good to chat to you all, and I really appreciate you coming in and keeping the chat going. So very oh, it's because we're still on that funny camera, that's why it's weird. But yeah, yeah, really good to chat to you. Thanks for coming along, and I hope to see you again in another one. We'll chat again. All right, night all. See you again soon. Bye for now.